Oh, what in the hell is going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's Never Fail back on some Black Ops 2, playing Nuketown 2025, doing a little domination. You know, that's my game mode. Thinking about switching it up a little bit, but I don't know yet. Using the Scar H here, and look at that. That was fucking horrible. But anyway, I want to talk because a sub in the comment section of one of the videos requested I do one about improving, you know, how to get better. And in all honesty, and I've stated this before, there are much better people to watch than me if you're actually trying to improve at Call of Duty. And I will, you know, give a few tips on who I watched. But what I can talk about is how I have improved and how I've gotten better. And let's start it all off because, like I said, Black Ops 1, first Call of Duty I really ever played hard. Said that a couple of times. And when I got into the game, you know, I was like, all right, let me try to look for some tips and tricks, you know, strategies and shit. So I got on YouTube and I'm looking at it, and I had never ever seen a YouTube commentary on any gameplay ever. I've seen montages on my favorite game, Warhawk, but I'd never seen a Call of Duty commentary at that point. And I stumbled across an X-Jaws video. Stumbling across the X-Jaws video led me to who I watch predominantly to get better, and that is an Excalisaur's video. At first, it started off just watching how he maneuvered, how he approached shit, since he played predominantly domination. And I started trying to implement some of his tactics. Now, he's a much better player than I'll ever be, and that's cool. I can accept that. But I started watching his, and I tried to incorporate it. Then I came across a few more, and I tried to incorporate theirs. But predominantly, I watched Excalisaur's. You can watch Optic Scumpy. You can watch, you know, Optic Nade Shot. Those are really legit players. 4Play. Those are MLG pros. Now, the only issue I have with trying to watch an MLG pro for your more casual to average gamer is those guys are actually really fucking good at the game. So it's hard to, you know, do the things they do with their aim. But what I watch to look for is I watch to look for map, you know, movement, how they maneuver around the map, how they know where the enemy is going to be, shit that tips them off in that regard. Frito, actually one that I enjoy watching whenever he's doing the shoutcasting of himself. He, you know, I don't know if he means to do it or not, but he gives out some very good tips during that those videos, and I get shot in the back. That's what I deserve. I deserve that for camping. But anyway, video's not extremely long, so let's jump into it. Ways I've improved. Black Ops 1, when I first started playing it, I was about a 0.86 to a 0.9 KD player, somewhere in that range. And by the time I finished playing it, and I was already 14th prestige, and that's as far as I went, by the time I got my KD up to a 1, and that was another stupid move, by the way. Don't ever do that. But by the time I finished playing it, I had a 1.26, 1.27. So not terrible. You know, it's not the greatest shit in the world, but it's not bad. You know, you pulling better than a 1-to-1 kill to death ratio. So anybody can do that, I say, at least holds their own without getting entirely, completely destroyed by the average Call of Duty gamer. Because from my experience, most average Call of Duty players, you know, they hover around that 0.9 range. And ways I did that, first and foremost, the most important thing that you could possibly learn is map movement. Now, I'm still not that great at it, but just watching your mini-map to see where your teammates are located should give you a pretty damn good indication of where the enemy team is. So even if you don't have a spy plane up, that's what I've started, you know, I've incorporated that into my game, to where even when I don't have a spy plane up, I pay attention to where enemies are, you know, teammates are located on the mini-map. That's going to let me know where the enemies are located. Now, Nuketown, not a, you know, the best example because it's not hard to figure out where people are going to be. But on the larger maps, that comes in very handy. You can also kind of guess whenever the spawns are going to flip based on seeing where your teammates are and how many of them are up there. So those are little things that I've incorporated in my game. Map, you know, looking at the map, paying attention to it, learning what the hell I'm looking at. And that's very important to do. Second, you know, probably the second most important, and this will help you win a whole lot of gunfights, learning how to strafe. And this is probably the single most important thing in regards to learning or to getting better in gunfights. And this is something that I've obviously struggled with, and I still struggle with it to this day. But if you learn how to maintain your aim on the enemy while strafing, especially if they're strafing and you can strafe and still maintain your aim, you're going to win a whole lot more gunfights than you normally would. So that's a very important thing to do, and I would suggest combat training for that. Even on retard mode where they don't shoot back, so you can actually get used to doing it if you're not used to it. They still strafe, so it's a very good way for you to get used to somebody strafing while you're ADS trying to hit them. I think another one of the things that have really helped me out is slowing myself down, because one of the biggest things I've had an issue with doing, look at that motherfucker, I don't know how he got over there so fast, but one of the biggest things I used to have an issue with doing, especially being a domination player, is running straight on the B whenever we don't have it. Bam, I'm going to run to it. And I still do that to this day when it calls for it, but the best thing to do is actually try to go through the perimeter, flank, and clear out any enemies that are at B first. So always want to try to maintain outside map flanks, because running straight up the middle is just asking to get fucking destroyed by a sniper or something like that as I pick up the merciless. That's probably the biggest actual fucking thing I can tell you to do, is just slow it down a little bit. Don't sprint around corners. I mean, you don't have to like creep walk and ADS around every corner. Just don't sprint around every corner, because when you sprint around every corner, you're gonna get shot in the back. See, like that dude right there. Had my teammate and I got shot in the back, probably would have been a bad thing for me, because then I would have got shot in the back. But anyway, another thing that's helped me improve, and this is gonna sound awful, but it's teammate shielding. In all honesty, if I am running the same direction as another teammate, I will slow down and let him go first, because if somebody's waiting on you, they're gonna shoot his ass. And that gives away their position to you. So now you know where they're at. So now once you know where they're at, it becomes much easier for you to actually get the kill. Yeah, and that's another very, very important one. Like I said, teammate following same path as you, let him go first. Look at that nice lightning strike. I love lightning on Nuketown. But yeah, let him go first, because he's gonna pull out and draw the enemy fire if somebody's there, and that gives away their position for you, which is a lovely thing. Next thing I tell is never run any score streaks that you are not comfortable that you can get with your normal play style. And it's something that I only do for calling cards, because if you're not comfortable getting them with your normal play style, you're going to switch up your play style, and that's actually one of the worst things that I personally think you can do, is switching up your own play style. Because if you don't play like yourself, you're going to actually play worse, in my opinion, for the most part. So don't do that. Run shit you're comfortable that you can get just playing normal. If you struggle stringing together more than 5-6 kills, then by all means run UAV, hunter killer, care package. Not a bad setup. I've ran that a few times myself. One kill with the hunter killer leads you right to the care package, and I would run engineer with it, because you can actually flip the care package and maybe it's something better. Now, with that said, I don't like care packages. I wish there would just be kill streak exclusives for care packages, to where you couldn't get these kill streaks any other way, and it wouldn't give you any other type of kill streak. But with that said, and look at that shit, I almost fucked myself up. Once again, I almost fucked myself up. Stop shooting somebody. But yeah, I have no problem with it in its current state. If you struggle stringing together kills, go ahead and use care package. It'll help you get a chance to get higher kill streaks and stuff like that, which will make the game more enjoyable for you, at least in my opinion. Can't say that it'll do it for everybody. But anyway, the video is winding down. Those are things that I've just incorporated to make myself better, try to make myself a better player. Strafing being the most important one in regards to gunfights, because it'll help you win a lot of contested gunfights. And then enemy meat shielding, basically, or teammate meat shielding, basically. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. Final score 49-10.